WrestlePod is supported by viewers like you. To support WrestlePod and the other programs on this channel, visit patreon.com/Ian Beaumont live and direct. It's time to make a fool of myself again and make predictions for Extreme Rules. Will I make a fool of myself, or will I actually be able to remember what WWE like to do? All that coming up next on WrestlePod. From Ian Beaumont, live and direct, this is WrestlePod. Welcome along. Good to be with you once again. It is time for predictions. That's what we're doing today. Predictions for Extreme Rules, which comes to us via the WWE Network and takes place this coming Sunday at the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So basically, we have 11 matches to go through. 1 on the kickoff show, 10 on the main card. There's a lot to get through. Let's get started. So in between recording an intro and actually going to record the predictions, I get some food for myself and I end up realizing, oh hell, they've added another match to the card now. So now we've got 2 on the kickoff show and 10 on the main card. 12 matches altogether. Oh boy. So, here we go. First match on the card is Andrade Cien Almas versus Sin Cara. Straight up singles match. This is going on the kickoff show. We just saw this. I think it was on SmackDown this past week. It was a decent enough match. Nothing wrong with it. But apparently we need to see this again. I'm not expecting anything different. I'm saying Andrade Cien Almas for the win. Next up, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, The New Day versus Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane, otherwise known as Sanity. This is a tables match. This is also going on the kickoff show. And these two featured in a 10-man tag, including the Bludgeon Brothers and Team Hell No. Sanity picked up so many losses, and it won't matter if the New Day pick up a loss here. So my prediction is actually that Sanity pick up their first big win, and it's going to be a big win on a pay-per-view card, albeit a pre-show on the pay-per-view card, but I think Sanity are picking up the win here. Next up, Alexa Bliss versus... we'll save that one, actually, because they've arranged these in the wrong order, really. I'm going to go down to what's the bottom of the list here. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens in a steel cage match. This probably won't kick off the main show. I'm expecting that to be something. Either the Iron Man match for the Intercontinental Championship kickoff or the US Championship match. But Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens steel cage match. I actually, there are two ways of looking at this. One is you just do it pretty much straight up, where Owens is kind of flung around from pillar to post, and then he's beaten down. And you just 1, 2, 3. Or you do it so that he manages to escape the cage. Either by going up and over and just sneaking a getaway from Strowman. There's no hope of Owens pinning Strowman here. Or you have it that during all that flinging from pillar to post, Owens gets flung through the cage wall, out of the cage, and it leads to the victory. I don't think they're going to go for that one, considering how well that worked at Greatest Royal Rumble. Not. So I imagine this will be Owens using his strategy and his cleverness to chop the big old redwood down, and to do it to such a degree that he makes it out over the top. Then, yeah, he will basically drop to the ground for the win. So I'm going Kevin Owens on that one. Next up, Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. I love Finn Balor. I do not like what they're doing with the Constable Baron Corbin. I really I really don't care about this match, and that's a shame, because Balor's a good wrestler. I'm going to say Balor for the win, because honestly, I don't think you can do much else here. Next up, one of the matches I think might start the event. Jeff Hardy defending the WWE United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. And honestly, at this point, this is must-win for Shinsuke. He cannot afford to lose what would be his 7th title match. He's had 6 for the WWE Championship. Now he's got 1 for the United States Championship. He's pretty much got to win that. There's no two ways about it. He must win. So, yeah, Nakamura for the victory. Next up, the match that could be the last one on, but I'm saying it's not. Because I got a sneaky suspicion what will be the last one on. And the fact that will have something to do with a certain Miss Rousey. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley. There was some talk a while ago. This was around the time Bobby was brought into WWE. That the plan, he'd been told that the plan was for him to have a match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Now, admittedly, plans change, but if this is the unofficial number one contenders match. Reigns isn't going over then in that case, if that story is true. And to be honest, I don't think the WWE Universe really wants to see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar again. So I am actually going to say Bobby Lashley will pick up the win. And surprise, he will be announced as the new number one contender for Brock Lesnar's title at SummerSlam. Next up, this could be the other contender to start off the main card. The 30-minute Iron Man match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. As Dolph Ziggler, with Drew McIntyre in his corner, defends against former champ Seth Rollins. Now, as a prop bet here, I'm going to make a prediction about what the score will be, as opposed to not just who will win. Because in Iron Man matches, of course, you can have more than one pinfall. In fact, you can have as many as you want in 30 minutes or 60 minutes. A 30-minute Iron Man match, I like. I think we will see 5 pinfalls in this 30 minutes. And I'm going to make a prediction as well that we're going to see a storyline set up that Drew goes to interfere on Dolph's behalf, but ends up costing Dolph the match. It'll be 2-2, and he'll do something, trip Dolph when he's not looking. Seth will put on a move, make the pinfall, 1, 2, 3. That will be the last fall of the match with literally like 2 seconds to go or something. It'll be really, really tight. So yeah. Seth for the win. 3-2. Next up, Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No. That's Harper and Rowan versus Daniel Bryan and Kane for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Here we go. This is interesting. There's been a lot of talk that Miz is going to interfere. Not possible. Completely impossible. At the time Extreme Rules is starting, the Miz, will be starting in a celebrity softball game at Major League Baseball's All-Star Weekend. And let me tell you something. They're in Pittsburgh for that, but the All-Star game and the whole All-Star weekend is being hosted in Washington. Now, yes, it's quite possible to get somebody from Washington to Pittsburgh. But I'm pretty certain that the celebrity softball game will be pretty much. In fact, let me just double check, because so I mean, you got Miz. So Miz is, it's starting. Actually, it's starting about 7:30, which means it's starting half an hour after the whole after the show starts at WWE. There's no way. He'd need to play like first innings only. Catch a play. No, I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. So I don't think you're going to have interference. I think it's going to be Kane turning on Daniel Bryan. That's what I think is going to happen. And the Bludgeon Brothers will come away with the win. But this will be their hardest fought match, and Kane and Bryan are basically being tasked with making these guys look the absolute business. That's what I see. But I don't see Miz interfering. Sorry, you can't get from the celebrity softball game in Washington to unless this was like second to last on, because it's not going to be last, that I know. So if this was semi-main event, I don't think it's going to be. It could be third from top though, with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, AJ, Ronda Rousey. Yeah, it could be third from top of the card. So it could be quite late. But no, I'm saying the Bludgeon Brothers will retain, and there will be shenanigans involved that Kane will pull on Bryan, I think. Next, Carmella versus Asuka in a match for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and James Ellsworth will be suspended above the ring in a shark cage. Honestly, as much as this is must-win for... as much as Shinsuke's match was a must-win for him, this is a must-win for Asuka. She literally needs to be a champion now. She should have been already. She needs to be now. So, I'm imagining James Ellsworth is going to try and drop the hairspray down near to Carmella. But Asuka intercepts. Uses it on Carmella. 1, 2, 3. Asuka's the new champion. Next, Matt Hardy, Bray Wyatt, defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against the B Team. I don't see this being this high on the card. Mainly because Matt and Bray really haven't done anything. What I do see is actually a closely fought match with about half a dozen or more near falls. But like serious near falls. Not the ones you usually get where it's like 1 and then the kick out, or even 1, 2, and then it's very quickly kicked out after the 2. No, we're going to get half a dozen where it's like 1, 2. It's literally like that much off the, literally it's like about that much off the mat before the hand stops. That's what it's going to be like. There's going to be 6 of those really near falls. But I do think Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are going to retain here. Next, AJ Styles defends the WWE Championship against... I ought to get... yes, a little Rusev Day. And apologies to Aiden English for the gimmick infringement. I really think this is going to be a great match. I think Dolph versus Seth will be the match of the night, but this will come a close second. And I think, unfortunately, that because as much as I like Rusev as a character, as a wrestler, I think AJ's retaining here. I would love to. I mean, if it were me, I'd get sneaky, book Rusev for a big win, and then like 2 weeks later on SmackDown, AJ invokes his rematch clause and wins it back. That were me, I'd do that. But WWE is not me. I don't see them doing it. So AJ Styles retains here. Now the match that I do think is going to end up as the last match on the card, simply because Ronda Rousey is going to be sat at ringside for this. And hopefully the rest of the card as well. That would be nice to see. It's nice to see her sort of sat at ringside watching everything happen, like Carmella and Asuka as well. That would be interesting, just to have her, sat at ringside watching those two as well. But yeah, have her there throughout the entire match, throughout the entire night. That would be something. Yeah. I think this one, we are going to see some interference. Whether in the match, in other words, we're going to see Rousey come out of the crowd. Whether this will be actually during the match or not, I don't know. But I'm thinking it will be during the match. I think it will be Nia Jax winning by disqualification, but Alexa Bliss retaining, because Nia will get attacked by Rousey, and Rousey will actually, metaphorically destroy her. And Alexa will think, "Oh, we're all good then, are we?" And then there will be a sort of a stare down and a shake of the head. Alexa will get that fear, that fearful look that she does so well in the eyes. And try to run and maybe not get very far, maybe have a little moment where she's caught in the armbar, just tap it wildly to try and get out, to try and, tell Ronda stop, but we'll have refs come down to pull them apart. And then Alexa will retreat back to the locker room quickly, and you'll have Ronda Rousey standing tall at the end of the night. That's what I think is going to happen. Okay, so, phew, that's all 12 predictions. A lot of them. What do you think's going to happen? Let me know what you think in the comments, and let's talk about it. Like, share, subscribe, support us on Patreon. Like on Facebook as well, facebook.com/WrestlePod, IBLND. Amongst all the other things you can do. So, I will review this. I will put up a review probably late on Tuesday. And give you my thoughts then. I won't be doing a live stream for this, mainly because I think you can already tell I'm pretty tired already, so I'm not sure I'm gonna make it for that one. But we're gonna watch it on Monday and see what happens Tuesday. We'll do the review on Tuesday. So till next time, stay sharp, stay tuned.